world spawn. Now y'all haven't seen Minecraft from me in a little bit, and I can tell you why. It's because I have not enjoyed making Minecraft videos for you, because I don't know what to do, because y'all don't tell me that you want to see anything, so I just upload Tenfall 2, and you ain't got no choice what I put uploaded. So this is my world spawn right here, right? And we went over there. So I've decided to show y'all my personal world, and if y'all like it or have any ideas on what I should do for videos, Minecraft videos, I mean, just say make my own stuff and I'd make my own stuff, but I want y'all's opinion. Alright, enough rambling, let's get into it. This is where you spawn, right here. I would put up the seed, but I don't want anyone copying my world just yet until I am done with it so they can see mine. So when I'm finally done with this world, after I get my elytra and all that, and I build my elytra launcher, finish my house, y'all can see it. So anyways, let's go ahead and show you my first ever house. I tried to pick a fast horse. This is what is his name? This is the Dirty Snowflake. I didn't get to name him, but he's called the Dirty Snowflake because he's got like dirt on his back and he's white. I got a black horse named Chocolate. I like Chocolate. He's a high jumper. I don't know where he got off to though. Anyways, this is our main area. See if I left anything in the furnace. No. Yeah. This is where we came off, me and my friend Kelly. Y'all know Kelly. And we started our mushroom farm. This is, we had a chest here with bowls, but I'm guessing someone took that for people to get some food so they can go, that's a mushroom farm right there, so they can go to our actual base, because me and Kelly decided we were going to go out and we were going to find where we wanted to build our house, and so we did. We took all of our food, all of our cobblestone, all of our stuff that we gathered up from this little miniature base right here. We put up a wall. Mobs can't spawn on mycelium, so we didn't need to light it up. On a mycelium island, that is. Don't go placing mycelium and thinking mobs can't spawn. They can spawn, they just can't spawn in a mycelium biome. So, anyways, we came this way. Ooh, villager. Nice. I would stop and cure him and put him there as like a greeting, but I'll have to do that later. I will build a spawn at some point. Not today, but at some point. So basically we came through these mountains right here, and let's just take this guy out before he takes us out. I'm terrible at combat, that's why y'all don't see the battle mode from me anymore, because I know y'all do not. I got some comments that they were like, well, you suck at battle mode, so don't play it. And so I don't. I'm usually good at survival mob fighting, but not at PvP. So we came up here. We thought we were going to build our house here after we saw that. We thought we were going to build it, but then we went over here and we saw that there was this big birch forest, and I was like, we like that. So we just continued on through here, and I like that grass changed. Can you all see that to my right, how that grass just changes into the swamp? I think that's pretty neat. We can't get Frostwalker on this world because we have completely explored it. So we can't get Frostwalker at all. But so then we saw this birch. Oh, now y'all see the beacon. We saw this little birch place and we loved it. We thought it was so amazing. We thought we were gonna stay here in like a valley and have like a valley home. But we didn't like. But we kept on moving just to get some resources. And we came around. This was caused by my horse is gonna die. I don't have any armor on him, and y'all may think that's because we don't have any armor. Oh yeah, we have tons of horse armor, and tons of saddles too, because you'll see that in a minute. So if we come through here, we can see our house base, our first base, our second base technically. So this is our second base right here. We actually saw this mountain and how it curved, and we wanted to be there. So let's get started with what we did first, which was the sugarcane farm. And that it eats up our frames. It honestly does. It just eats it up. And if y'all are wondering why I don't have flame on my sword, this is why. I don't want to burn. I don't like flame on swords, because unless you're doing PvP, because if you have flame on swords, they can burn you. So we started off, we came up here, we had none of this was here, and this isn't our best work. This was our just quickest work, because this was early on in our life, right? you hear those pistons firing. So this was early on in the game, so we didn't have a lot of decoration. I've started to kind of spruce it up. I put everything back with stone bricks. This used to be grass and gravel, and I didn't like that, so I'm making it a courtyard. So our first job was this tower right here, and we were going to live in it and have our farm like that. But the tower ended up being too small, and so what we did, we're temporarily storing horses, because two of those aren't mine, and I used the other one for breeding. There's two of us, plus room for a guest, so we just made it like this. We made a little deck area, and we decided we're going to build on top of it. And so that's what we did. We had that, then that. So we built on top of it, all the way up here. I don't like the staircase. I wish I could rip it out and put it in an elevator, and I might do that eventually. Because I absolutely hate this staircase. It is a terrible staircase. But we get to the top. This really annoys me. I don't know why it does, but it does. We're so high up it snows, which I like that they added that to Minecraft, and it just stops. We never finished this. There was no need to finish this, because I'll show you why in a minute. But this is our beacons. We have more, but this is the home base beacons. Little crafting table there. Give y'all a little look-see on what's to come. So we're gonna come down. I forgot if you can use Silk Touch shovel to like get that. Here, I have a Silk Touch pick. Let's see. No, it wouldn't even work because it's not a shovel, and snow doesn't come up for anything. So we'll come down. So this was our first thing, and we decided not to use this as our house either because it's so small. There would be no point. And so we decided we'll make this a home base for like people who want to get resources, and that's it. I'm not done lighting this place up. I need to figure out how to light it right here without looking too bad, and I've just been too lazy to do it. We got a couple of miscellaneous chests with some unsorted items and some extra beds and food for people. That's the actual purpose of these chests, but I just keep putting stuff in there when I work, because there is no reason. Let's make it daytime. There is literally no reason at all to do anything else with them. Alright, this is their waterfall. This was like here, and it was all out through here, but we patched it up. This is our to-do board for everything else. It's been kind of neglected because I'm the only one that plays here anymore, because Kelly doesn't play Minecraft a lot. We've got collect oak wood and collect oak leaves, collect wool, and y'all see why that in a minute. And I'm gonna break from logic. This time I just wanted to show y'all that's what we first built. Yeah, I know, big project. Big tall project for our first. Literally, Kelly was getting resources down in the mines. I was building that. So he would come up with a stack of cobble, I'd send him down for more. He would come over with a stack of wood, I'd send him out for more. And so we'll come down here and we'll show you these first, because these pistons are getting on my last nerve. Pumpkin farm. I have taken exactly 2 stacks out of this pumpkin farm since it was first built. It's not very efficient. I don't care. It's not here to be efficient. It's here for these. Literally for this. And then we have our melon farm, which I just emptied it out last night before I did an AFK session over at the fish farm, and so that's what I have from last night. I've only used about a stack of melon blocks. You'll see why later. I think it's for behind there. And then melons. We have a little crafting table that shouldn't even be here, but it's there because I forget to pick up crafting tables. Our sheep, we're gonna grow this out, but first, like, I want to see if I can do an industrial version, because this was just for like getting beds for extra players and stuff, and there's absolutely no need for that. Down here we have a little hole out to our seaport, which I will eventually do something with that. Sorry for that mic scuffle. Here's our mushroom farm. Now one thing about this mushroom farm is that every once in a while you have to come in here and you have to fight these guys, because they're going to stand in there otherwise, because it's got to be dark. And I wish it wasn't that way, but it has to be that way. So, but we never get brown mushrooms. Never, ever get brown mushrooms. We always get red mushrooms, and I take them out a lot. That's why you only see 45. I'll leave that in there. But that's the only farm there. We were planning on expanding this, but we just decided to leave it alone. Leave well enough alone. 2, 3. I like that little transition. It's going to be in the smaller alleyways, so Alright, we'll take you up here. This is our lookout onto our world. That's going to be fixed up real nice and pretty. So is all of that right there. That's going to get a support beam, or I'm going to put a rock glyph in there. That's our cactus farm. And we're going to do stuff with all of that eventually. I'll share those ideas. So if we come up here, we see our horse that wandered off, and we see our enchanting table. Now this does go out. I'll break it off. The reason we don't have a door there like I wanted to is for a reason. There was going to be a big elytra launcher here later, but there's no need for it because the update's taking forever. So when the elytra becomes available, we're going to have an elytra launcher there. Still spawning skellies. Oh, nice arrows, buddy, but I got an infinity. I will take those bones, though. Yeah, I was working on a project earlier before I decided to show y'all. This is our cocoa bean farm. I'm going to harvest it because we don't need... Just push up, and then we push down. I didn't have a lot of redstone for automatically harvesting, so we don't automatically harvest it. We have to manually harvest it. If we come over here, like none of this was here. This was a giant cliff, and I just cleared it out. This is our ender dragon egg and an ender dragon bone casing. I thought that was a pretty cool one. It's got its guts on the ground and wrapped in gold. This is a great tree of Gaia that I'm working on. It's been here forever, but I just do a little bit. Like yesterday I did a little bit, like that top little row you see there, and that was it. And then I stopped because I don't want to like work on it at all because it's so boring. So if we come up here, we come to this long branch y'all saw from there. Now I'm going to show y'all something that I absolutely love the fact of, right? That's full. That's full. And that's been there since about the start. People have trolled it, people have destroyed it. Guess what? It always makes a comeback because it is 4x4, so it's got 16 cacti producing about a cacti every minute. So 16 times 1, 16 every minute, about. So this is an entry to our horse stables. They're not done yet. They're going to be all lining this when I decide to get moving on the horse stuff. I've had this world for a little over 4 to 5 months now. This is my horse's stable. Dirty Snowflake. This is an exit. Comes out to here. We're going to do stuff with this. We just haven't gotten around to it. That's a mob farm I was building with the molten, but I decided to stop working on it because I really don't need mob drops, because I was going to do it for TNT, but I don't need it. This is our storage room. Lots of stuff in there, and this is our furnace room. It's not done yet. We only have one fully operational. As you can tell, I've been mass cooking fish. So this is our villager area. Our villager breeder does not work that well. No villager breeder does. On like in a creative world it works fine, but on here it doesn't. We don't know why. I've tore up all the doors. But these guys do occasionally breed. Not always, but they occasionally breed. And it sends it on down to there. And this has been part 1 of the tour. I will come back in a little bit and do part 2, starting with the fish. Alright, so this has been the Gecko Gamer. Thank you for watching part 1. Bye.